oh my gosh, it was Jeanette Rumler, was getting divorced and she has no insurance for her kids and it just is breaking my heart. She goes, let's make her full time. Let's do this, this, and this so she has insurance. I go, oh, that's a great idea. You're such a good person.
Oh my God, Marcia.
I do that, Marcia.
But I did it all the time.
I'm gonna have to start doing that.
And I always called it fake Marcia. Fake Marcia had to go to work because I couldn't be direct. You couldn't be direct.
Right.
Because she would just tell me no.
She's very masculine.
Yes.
You know, she's not, but she's just very
But she had
masculine,
no,
like barks orders.
but she had no self-confidence. Behind all of that, she had no self-confidence.
My boss doesn't either because she apologizes for everything.
So that's
in
a
huddle.
problem. That's a problem, Jennifer. You do, and so you're competent, and she's threatened.
So then that's what the
Then
problem
you're gonna
is.
take her job.
Because every time we have a team huddle, she's always like, well, I could have handled that situation better. I'm like, you're the boss. Doesn't matter.
Yes.
You
So
just
that's
gotta
exactly
cover
what
up.
it is.
You gotta, like,
That's what it is then.
Yeah.
She's threatened by you.
Yeah, just say, no, you did a great job. Wink, wink.
Oh, I had to do a lot of that.
Yeah.
I had to do a lot of that.
that.
And then it got so everybody that I worked with knew what I was doing, and they're looking at me like, in the end, I got what I needed.
Yeah.
It was a stupid game I had to play.
I guess it's well, if I still have a job, because I would have been fired over scandalizing the company by inviting a police officer to talk to us.
You know what? I think you should. I know it's easy for me to say on this side, but stand your ground and just be like, matter of fact. I asked for parameters. She said go with it. I ran with it, and now she's telling me her
Yeah, we
feelings
have it
are
all
hurt.
lined up, so.
Why am I wrong in this situation? Somebody please explain that to me because her bruised ego is getting in the way of
Oh, no,
this.
don't say that.
Yeah.
Don't say that, Mark.
That would be another thing I'd have to apologize for.
This is why I don't work anymore, Jennifer.
Well, thank you for that. Thank you for that. That will help.
I'm sorry you have to go through that.
Talking to
Though.
you guys is great because you help me get through these things, and then I don't start yoga on time, and then I'm gonna have to apologize and I say I'm sorry.
Apologize.
Thank you both.
Life is hard.
A breath in and out, and another breath in and out. Taking our arms up overhead and leaning to the left side, letting that bottom hand fall away and stretching out, and bringing both hands back to heart center. Another breath in and out. Taking our arms up overhead and leaning to the right side, letting that bottom hand fall away and stretching out. And bringing both hands back to heart center. Another breath. We'll take the left hand over to the right knee. Right hand travels around behind, overlooking the right shoulder. And as you exhale, slowly turning your torso and seeing if you might be able to look behind you. And coming back to center. Another breath. Right hand, left knee, left hand travels around behind, overlooking the left shoulder. And as you exhale, slowly turning your torso and seeing if you might be able to look behind you on the other side. And coming back to center. Another breath. And we'll take our legs wide, stretching out. Right hand, right ankle. Taking the left arm over top. Bringing that left hand down to our right toes. Right hand to our right toes. And exhaling down. Nose to the right knee. Inhaling up, left hand, left ankle, stretching the right arm over top. Bringing that right hand down to our Left hand to our left toes, and exhaling down. Nose to that left knee. Inhaling up, stretching wide. Left fingers, right toes, exhaling down. Inhaling up, stretching wide. Right fingers, left toes, exhaling down. Inhaling up, stretching wide. Left fingers, right toes, exhaling down. Inhaling up, stretching wide, right fingers, left toes, exhaling down. And inhaling up, and we'll bring both legs together for that forward fold. Inhaling up, bending the right knee, putting that right ankle on top of the left thigh, and stretching forward for the left toes. Taking both legs long, forward fold. Inhaling up, bending the left knee, putting that left ankle on top of the right thigh, and reaching forward for the right toes. And taking both legs long, forward fold. Here we're bending our knees, putting our feet down, hands behind our hips. And we're gonna do that spider step, so boosting our backside up, and we'll stretch the right leg out, and then the left, and back and forth. We'll take that into reverse table, boosting our tummies up towards the ceiling. Coming back down, and we'll settle into our boat, taking our legs up, hands out by our knees. Coming back into our seated position, and back into that forward fold. Into our spider, bending our knees, feet behind our hips, boosting our back sides up, stretching the right leg out, and then the left, back and forth. We'll take that into our reverse table, tummies up towards the ceiling. Coming down into our boat, hands out by our knees. Back into our seated position, and reaching forward for our toes. One last time, bending our knees, spider hop, hands behind our hips, back side up, taking the right leg out, then the left, and back and forth. And then tummies up to the ceiling for our reverse table. As we come down, we're headed back into boat, taking our legs up, hands out by our knees, coming back into our seated position, and our forward fold. Here we'll come into our table, hands and knees, starting in our cow position with our head up, relaxing our back, cat inhaling, tucking my head, arching my back, pulling my tummy up, exhaling around into cow, cat again, inhaling, tucking my head, arching my back, pulling my tummy up, exhaling around, into cow. And cat again. Inhaling, tucking my head, arching my back, pulling my tummy up. And exhaling around into our cow. We'll take that left leg out to the side, drawing up from the torso, taking those arms up, overhead, reaching that right hand down to the floor, stretching the left over top, taking both arms up, overhead, left hand to the left ankle, stretching the right over top. Bring both hands to that left ankle, looking off to the left side. And returning both arms up, overhead. And we'll bring those hands down to the mat, leaving that left leg out to the side. Left arm underneath the right. Left shoulder's headed down to the mat. Taking that right arm all the way forward. And if you choose, rotating the right shoulder, taking your arm and fingers up towards the ceiling. Placing my palms down, straightening my arms, taking this right arm underneath the left. Right shoulder's headed down to the mat. Taking that left arm all the way forward. And if you choose, rotating that left shoulder, taking the arm and the fingers up towards the ceiling. And placing my palms down, straightening my arms, exhaling down onto my forearms, and exhaling down again, bringing my forehead down to the mat. As you keep that right arm out in front of you, reach around with that left hand to that left ankle. And bring that left arm back out front again. And we'll come back into our table for a breath in and out. We'll take that right leg out to the side, drawing up from the torso, taking both arms up, overhead. Left hand down to the floor, stretching the right, over top. Oh, sorry. Bringing both arms up, overhead. Right hand to the right ankle, stretching that left arm over top. And bringing both hands down to the right ankle, looking off to the right side. And returning both arms up, overhead. We'll take those hands down to the mat. We'll take the left arm underneath the right, dropping that left shoulder down to the mat, and taking the right arm all the way forward. And if you choose, rotating the right shoulder, taking the arm and fingers up towards the ceiling. Placing my palms down, straightening my arms. We'll take this right arm underneath the left, right shoulder's headed down to the mat, taking that left arm all the way forward. And if you choose, rotating the left shoulder, taking the arm and fingers up towards the ceiling, placing my palms down, straightening my arms, exhaling down onto my forearms, and exhaling down again, dropping my forehead onto the mat and stretching those arms out long in front of me. Keeping that left arm extended out in front, we're going to reach around with the right hand for that right ankle. Bring both arms back out front and back into that table position, hands and knees, for a breath in and out. We'll take that right arm out to the side and see if that that left leg will join it. As we hold our position, we're going to bend that left knee, extend the leg out, bend the left knee, extend the leg out, and once more bending that left knee and extending the leg out. Coming back into our table, a breath in and out. Same thing, but other side. We're going to take that left arm out to the side and see if the right leg will join it. Bending the right knee, stretching the leg out, bending that right knee, stretching the leg out. Once more, bending that right knee and stretching the leg out. And coming back into our table. For a breath in and out. When you're ready, we're going to tuck our toes coming up for down dog. And we'll start by walking the dog. Right knee forward and back. Left knee forward and back. Just like we're walking. Coming back into our down dog. We'll take that right hand over to the left ankle. Coming back, down dog. Left hand over to the right ankle. Coming back, down dog. We're going to move that right foot forward, inhaling up for warrior one. Bringing both hands down to the mat, scooting that right foot back, down dog. We're bringing that left foot forward, inhaling up, warrior one. Taking both hands down to the mat, taking that left foot back, down dog. Taking a breath, and we're going to turn this into side plank, right side, so right palm is down, right hip faces towards the mat, and we'll take that left arm up. Coming back into our down dog. Here's our side plank, the other side, weight is on the left palm, left foot, turning outward to the right. Taking the right arm up, coming back into our down dog. Here we're going to bend our knees, bringing them down to the mat for our table. Bring our backside over our heels, stretch those arms overhead. Reach back with the right hand for the right heel. Taking both arms up, reaching back with the left hand for the left heel. Taking both arms up. And we're taking that right hand back to the right heel, left hand to the left heel, a little bit of a back bend, looking up. And coming back into our down dog. Here's our half moon. Weight is on the right palm, right foot. Turning outward to the left. Taking that left leg out. That left arm up towards the ceiling. Bending your left knee. Straightening the leg. Bending your left knee. Straightening the leg. And bending that left knee. Straightening the leg. Coming back into our down dog. Other side, weight is on the left palm, left foot, turning outward to the right. Taking that right leg up, right arm up, half moon. Bending that right knee. Straightening the leg. Bending that right knee. Straightening the leg. And again, bending that right knee. Straightening the leg. And we're coming back into our down dog. Warrior one again, right foot forward. Inhaling up. Warrior one. Bringing those hands down to the mat. Taking that right foot back. Down dog. Left foot forward. Inhaling up. Warrior one. Bringing those hands down to the mat. Left foot back. Down dog. Here's our side plank. Weight is on that right hand, right hip towards the mat. Left arm up. Coming back. Down dog. Side plank the other way. Weight is on the left palm, left hip towards the mat. Right arm is up. Coming back. Down dog. And again, we're going to drop those knees down to the mat. Bring my backside over our heels. And take my arms up. Right hand to the right heel. Both arms up. Left hand, left heel. Both arms up. Here's our camel. Right hand, right heel. Left hand, left heel. A little bit of a back bend. Looking up. And as we come back, we're headed into our down dog. Getting ready, half moon, right side, right hand, right foot stays on the mat. Rotating out to the left, picking up the left leg, taking that left arm up towards the ceiling. Coming back into our down dog. Left palm is down, left foot is down. We're turning outward to the right, picking up the right leg, taking that right arm up towards the ceiling. Coming back into our down dog. And last time this sequence, right foot's coming forward, inhaling up for that warrior one. Bringing both hands down to the mat, taking that right foot back, down dog. Left foot forward, inhaling up, warrior one. Bringing both hands down to the mat, taking that left foot back, down dog. We'll take this into our side plank. Weight is on the right palm, right hip goes towards the mat, left arm is up. Coming back, down dog. Side plank the other direction. Weight is on the left palm, left foot. Turning outward to the right. Right arm is up. Coming back, down dog. And we'll drop our knees down to the mat. Bring that backside over our heels. Stretch our arms up, overhead. Right hand to the right heel. Left arm is up. Taking both arms up, overhead. Left hand, left heel. Right arm is up. Taking both arms up, overhead. And reaching back with the right hand for the right heel. Left hand for the left heel. A little bit of a back bend. Looking up. We're coming back into our down dog. Getting ready ready for that half moon. Weight is on the right palm, right foot. Turning outward to the left. Left arm up, left leg out. Here we'll bend that left knee again. Straightening the leg. Bending that left knee. Straightening the leg. And once more, bending that left knee. And straightening the leg. Coming back into our down dog. Half moon, other side, weight is on the left palm, left foot. Turning outward to the right. Taking that right leg up. That right arm overhead. We're bending the right knee. Straightening the leg. Bending the right knee. Straightening the leg. And bending the right knee. Straightening the leg. And coming back into our down dog. Taking our breath here. From here, we'll come into our three-legged dog. Weight is on the right foot, taking that left leg out behind us. Perhaps bending that left knee, turning your hip outward, dropping that foot over your hip. And maybe walking your hands back to see if you can put them around the right ankle. Coming back into your down dog. Three-legged dog the other way. Weight is on the left foot. Taking that right leg out behind us. Bending the right knee, turning my hip outward, dropping my foot over my hip. And maybe walking my hands back to see if I can put them around that left ankle. Coming back into my down dog. I'm walking my feet forward, right behind my hands, slowly rolling upward, reaching on up, and settling into my mountain position. For a breath in, and out. Here's our tree. Weight is on the right foot. Left foot goes along that right leg. Growing tree, arms overhead. Springtime tree, arms to the side. Growing tree. Bringing those hands to heart center. We'll keep that left foot on the right leg and we're going to tip forward, bringing our hands down to the mat. We're going to roll back up, coming into our tree. Tipping forward, bringing those hands down to the mat. Rolling back up. Easier said than done the second time. Coming into our tree. Oh, good Lord, come on, buddy. Whew. And we'll tip forward, bringing those hands down to the mat. And one more time. We're gone. Into our tree pose, oh my Lord. Well, I'm here, sort of. And coming back out into our mountain. For a breath in. And out. Tree pulls other side, weight is on the left foot. Right foot goes along that left leg. Bringing those hands to heart center. Bringing our arms up overhead. Growing tree, arms to the side. Springtime tree. Taking those hands to heart center. And again, keeping that right foot on that left leg if possible. And then reaching down with our hands to the mat. We're slowly rolling back up. Coming into our tree pose. Tipping forward, bringing our hands down to the mat. Slowly rolling back up. And into our tree pose. One last time, reaching forward down to the mat. And coming back up. Into our tree pose. And settling back into our mountain. Our breath in and out. Here's our sun salutation, taking our arms up, overhead. Coming forward into our forward fold, putting our hands behind our calves. Relaxing our head, relaxing our neck. Putting our hands on the mat in front of our toes. Bringing those hands up to our knees. Down to the mat. Up to our knees. Down to the mat. And once more, up to our knees. And back down to the mat. We'll leave the right foot forward, take the left behind, into our lunge. Right palm is down, rotating. Left arm and fingers overhead. Bringing that left hand down, rotating. Right arm and fingers overhead. Bringing that right hand down. Here's our side angle. Right forearm on the right thigh. Taking the left arm overhead. Only thing we're doing is switching our arms, left forearm, right thigh, right arm, overhead. And into that reverse warrior. Right hands is above the sun. Bringing both hands together, heart center. Connecting my thumbs between my eyebrows, looking up. Bringing those hands to heart center. And our twist. Left elbow, right knee. Turning to the side. And we're putting both hands down by that right foot. Scooting that right foot back into our down dog. Tucking my chin. Bringing that left knee forward and holding. Putting the left foot down. Tucking my chin, bringing that right knee forward and holding. Putting the right foot down. Here we're coming into our garland. So we're bending our knees, taking our arms up, overhead. As you hold your garland, we'll bring our hands down to the mat, and we're going to extend that left leg forward. And then can you take your arms back up, overhead. Coming back, regular garland. We'll bring our hands down to the mat. We're going to take that right foot forward. And as you come into your garland, can you take your arms overhead. Coming back. Regular garland. And finally back into our down dog. Here we're getting ready into our plank. Walking our feet back. Holding our plank. And we'll come all the way down. Resting our forearms for Sphinx. Taking a breath in and out. We're going to turn that into frog. So we're going to turn our elbows out to the side. Bring your knees out to the side. And bring your forehead to the top of your hands. From frog, we're headed back into our plank. Holding our plank. Keep holding. Coming down into our Sphinx. Taking our breath. From Sphinx, we're going to take it into our frog again. Elbows out to the side. Hands, palms on top of the other hand. Taking our knees out to the side. And our forehead on our hands. From here, we're going to take it back into our plank. Last plank. Holding. Keep holding. And taking it down into our Sphinx on our forearms. Taking our breath. Here's our frog again. Elbows out to the side. One palm on the other hand. Bringing your knees out to the side. And putting your forehead on the back of your hands. As we come out of this frog, we're going to head into our cobra. So pushing our torso back. And back into that down dog. Tucking my chin, bringing that left knee forward and holding. Putting the left foot down. Tucking my chin, bringing that right knee forward and holding. Putting the right foot down. We're going to bend our knees, coming back into that garland. Taking our arms up, overhead. We'll bring our hands down to the mat. We're going to take that left foot forward. And see if we can take our arms up, overhead. Coming back into our garland. Bringing our hands down to the mat, we'll take that right foot forward. And we're going to see if our arms come up, overhead. Coming back, regular garland. And back into our down dog. We'll bring that left foot forward into our lunge. Left palm is down, rotating right arm and fingers overhead. Bringing that right hand down, rotating left arm and fingers overhead. Bringing that left hand down, side angle, left forearm on the left thigh, taking that right arm overhead. Only thing we're doing is switching our arms, right forearm, left thigh, left arm overhead. And then coming back into our reverse warrior. Left hand says hello to the sun. Bringing both hands together, heart center. Connecting my thumbs between my eyebrows, looking up. Bringing those hands to heart center. And our twist, right elbow, left knee, turning to the side. And we'll put both hands down by that left foot. Getting ready, bringing that right foot forward. Slowly rolling upwards, reaching on up, and settling into our mountain position. For our breath in and out. Here's our triangle, right foot forward, left is behind. Stretching our arms out, right hand, right ankle, and the left arm is up. Maybe taking that right arm out to the left side. Bringing bringing both hands around the right ankle, looking up, gazing pose, making our way back up, stretching my arms out, left hand, right ankle, and the right arm is up. Maybe taking that left arm out to the right side, and putting both hands around the right ankle, looking up, gazing pose, and making our way back up, settling into our mountain. For that breath in and out. Triangle other side, left foot forward, right is behind, stretching our arms out, left hand, left ankle, and the right arm is up. Maybe taking that left arm out to the right side, bringing both hands around the left ankle, looking up, gazing pose, and making our way back up. Stretching our arms out, right hand, left ankle, and the left arm is up. Maybe taking that right arm out to the left side. And we'll put both hands around the left ankle, looking up, gazing pose, and making our way back up. Settling into our mountain. For a breath in and out. We're going to head into our table and we're headed over onto our backs. Feet down, knees up, arms wide. For a breath in and out. We'll cross the right leg over the left and we'll take both knees off to the left side. Stretching that top leg nice and long. With the right hand, we're reaching around for the toes or the ankle on the bottom. And maybe that left arm comes up towards the ceiling. And unwinding, feet down, knees up, arms wide. And we'll cross the left leg over the right. We're bringing both knees off to the right side. Stretching that top leg nice and long, with the left hand reaching around for the toes or the ankle on the bottom. And maybe that right arm comes up towards the ceiling. And unwinding, feet down, knees up, our breath in and out. We'll take that right leg all the way up towards the ceiling and roll that right ankle, first one way and then the other. Pulling my toes towards me, pushing them away, towards me and away, and I'm starting that circle with my right leg. Making that circle go around the other way. Taking that right leg all the way up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, lowering that right heel halfway between the ceiling and the floor and holding. As you exhale again, dropping that right heel almost to the mat, not quite there, letting it hover. And then we'll take that right leg all the way up with the right hand. We're reaching for the right toes. And then releasing out, feet down, knees up. We'll take that left leg up towards the ceiling and roll that left ankle, first one way and then the other. Pulling my toes towards me, pushing them away, towards me and away, and then starting that circle with my left leg. Making that circle go around the other way. Taking that left leg all the way up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, lowering that left heel halfway between the ceiling and the floor and holding. As you exhale again, dropping that left heel almost to the mat. Not quite there. Letting it hover. And we'll take the left leg all the way back up with both hands then. We're reaching for those left toes. And then releasing out, feet down, knees up. Our breath in and out. We're going to take our legs all the way up towards the ceiling. And we're going to turn this into plow. So we're going to bring those legs over our line of sight. And maybe dipping your feet towards the floor if you can. And then rolling back into our neutral. For a breath in and out. We're headed back into our plow. Hands by our hips. Taking those legs over our line of sight. Or maybe bringing those feet down to the floor. Coming back into our neutral. For another breath in and out. We'll do one more plow, so we're going to bring those legs over the line of sight. And then maybe bringing those feet down to the floor. And rolling back into our neutral. For a breath in and out. We'll bring our hands to heart center. And we're going to take both legs up towards the ceiling. Keeping those palms pushed together, we're going to lower our legs halfway between the ceiling and the floor. And then dropping those ankles almost to the mat. Not quite there. Letting them hover. And we'll bring those legs all the way up towards the ceiling. Taking our breath. When you're ready, lowering both legs halfway between the ceiling and the floor. Dropping those ankles so they hover just off the mat. And then bringing those legs up towards the ceiling. Again, taking our full breath. One last time, here we go. Bringing those legs halfway between the ceiling and the floor. Dropping those ankles almost to the mat. Not quite there. And bringing those legs all the way up towards the ceiling. We'll come back into our neutral. And take a nice breath in and out. And then rolling over and taking a moment in child's pose. And then from here, making ourselves comfortable for our Shavasana. On our backs, sponge pose. Beginning with those deep breaths in and out. Inhaling all the way in and pushing the air all the way out. Seeing if we can extend our inhalation for about 5 seconds. And then push the air out for about 5 seconds. Beginning to notice that place, that pause between our inhalation and our exhalation. Slowly bringing your awareness to your forehead. Smoothing out your forehead. Relaxing your eyebrows. Relaxing that place between your eyebrows. Drawing that relaxation down through your cheeks and into your jaw. Maybe opening your mouth just a little bit as you invite your jaw to relax. Bringing that relaxation down through your neck. And as you exhale, dropping your shoulders, releasing them. Thinking about deepening that space between the bottom of your ears and the tops of your shoulders. Drawing that relaxation down through your arms, into your wrists, softening your hands, releasing your fingers, allowing your thoughts to come and go, not dwelling on any one thing. Bringing that relaxation down through your chest, into your tummy, relaxing your hips, softening your thighs, releasing your knees, lower legs, ankles, and your feet. Continuing to drift and melt. And maybe on today's journey, you find yourself standing upon a bed of soft pine needles. You're surrounded by ancient fir trees. It's just before dawn. The air is cool. The light is dim. There's a slight foggy mist in the air. As you inhale, you smell the scent of pine and the coolness of the earth. It's quiet and everything is blanketed by the mist. You notice all the plants are shades of soft greens and browns and grays. You begin walking along a path through the trees, and now you can feel the spongy ground beneath your feet. Soon you come to a little spring. You bend down, cup your hands, and get a drink, splashing some of that cool water on your face, allowing it to refresh and ground you. You notice a fallen log that seems a good place to sit, and you look over that stream as it bubbles by you. Taking a moment in this beautiful place to see what's meant for you to see on your journey today. Coming back to your breath, noticing its peaceful, easy rhythm. Taking a moment to give thanks for whatever comes to mind today. Also taking a moment to think about our intentions, all those good things we'd like to do. Gathering those positive affirmations in our mind. And when we have those intentions gathered together, either in our mind mind's eye, or we can raise our arms up overhead and send all those good thoughts outward. Taking a deep breath in, exhaling out. Reconnecting with our bodies, noticing the rise and fall of our chest as we inhale and as we exhale. Checking in with our fingers, wiggling our fingers, noticing how they feel. Checking in with our toes, wiggling our toes, noticing how they feel. Allowing our senses to bring us back to the room around us, the sounds of the room, the temperature of the room. Taking a deep breath in, exhaling out. And when you're ready to come back from your journey, only when you're ready to come back, gently sitting up and taking your time. Namaste, Carol. Thank you for being here. Namaste, Marsha.
Namaste.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Jen. Sorry you're having a rough time at work.
I didn't expect it.